It wasn't just an ordinary concert. In the heart of Paris, under a sky illuminated by a sea of purple lights, the world seemed to stand still. But there was one sight in the VIP area that left the entire fandom in awe. The president of France was caught on camera reacting in a way no one expected while watching Jungkook and Taehyung. What actually happened behind that tight security detail that night? And why did the president's gaze cause such an internet frenzy? Welcome back to Taekook fans. Let's break down this legendary moment that will change their history forever. Paris that night was more than just a tour stop. It was a stage for two souls who have redefined an entire generation. From the early afternoon, the atmosphere around the stadium felt electric. The air was thick with a mixture of excitement and sheer disbelief. We are talking about high-level security, the kind usually reserved only for visiting heads of state or the most prominent global diplomats. Armored black cars with heavy escorts weaved through the labyrinthine streets surrounding the venue, creating an aura of untouchable exclusivity that was palpable to every fan in the vicinity. Fans who were lucky enough to be near the VIP entrance shared that they could feel a literal magnetic shift in the energy the moment Jungkook and Taehyung stepped out of their transport. This wasn't just a concert, it was a cultural statement. Their presence in Paris, shielded by such massive, calculated security, highlighted the immense influence they command on the world stage. And of course, the presence of these VIP guests, including high-ranking officials and cultural icons, added a thick layer of mystery that only fueled our curiosity. The stadium felt split in two, the roaring, thunderous ocean of purple lights in the lower stands and a composed, prestigious energy in the private VIP area. It was within that specific tension that a massive, historical narrative began to unfold. Then, the moment that shook the foundation of the fandom. A camera, which was meant to be tracking the stage, caught something absolutely crucial. The president of France was seen waving toward the stage. Initially, the crowd thought it was just a general gesture to the sea of people. But if you slow down the footage, if you look at the angle of his head and the focus of his eyes, the president's gaze and his subtle, warm smile were directed specifically at the two figures standing dead center on that stage, Jungkook and Taehyung. That smile wasn't the formal, stiff greeting of a politician attending a standard cultural event. There was a glimmer of genuine admiration, even a sense of wonder, that shone clearly on his face. As Jungkook and Taehyung transitioned into a more emotional, slow-burn part of their performance, the president seemed genuinely unable to tear his eyes away. He leaned over to his senior aide, appearing to whisper or comment on the incredible, raw energy radiating from these two men. There was a truly magical moment where the president smiled broadly while watching a subtle, private interaction between Jungkook and Taehyung. A quick touch, a shared look, or simply the way they paced their movements to stay in sync with one another. It was absolute, undeniable proof. Taekook's charm knows no borders, no languages, and certainly no political ranks. Even a leader from a country that prides itself on aesthetic perfection couldn't resist the magnetic, undeniable pull of this duo. Now, let's go deeper into their performance. This wasn't just about perfect, rehearsed choreography, though we know they always give 110% of their heart. This was about soul connection. As the music kicked in, Jungkook and Taehyung seemed to enter a dimension that only belonged to the two of them. Their dance was terrifyingly synchronized. Every move, every shift of weight, and every gaze was locked in a deep, intuitive rhythm. There were moments where Jungkook gave a small, almost invisible gesture to Taehyung, a signal perhaps only they understood, and Taehyung's natural, fluid response made the entire stadium erupt into a collective gasp. They weren't just dancing, they were painting a story in the air. Their vocals, which shook the foundation of the stadium, blended the deep, soulful tones of Taehyung with the crystal clear, soaring high notes of Jungkook, making every single lyric feel deeply personal. It felt as if, in that moment, they were singing only for each other, even with thousands of eyes watching. That is precisely why the president looked so moved. As a leader, he understands the power of vision, intent, and harmony. And on that stage, Jungkook and Taehyung were the living embodiment of harmony. Every step, every breath, every lingering glance. Everything was locked into a beautiful, breathtaking sync that felt destined. For us, the fans, this moment is more than just the president watching a concert. It is global, high-level validation. When a head of state gives his full, undivided attention to these two artists, it proves that their influence has finally transcended the entertainment industry to become something much larger. This night in Paris will be recorded in the history books of Taekook as the night they not only conquered the stage, but also the hearts of the world's elite. Theories are flooding every corner of the fandom. Was there a secret conversation behind the scenes? Is this the start of a new, massive artistic collaboration between Korean and French culture? Or is this simply proof that Taekook power is just undeniable wherever they go? No matter the answer, one thing is certain. The world finally sees what we have seen all along. The world finally recognizes the raw, unstoppable power within Jungkook and Taehyung. It was a legendary night that we will be talking about for years to come. A night that was magical, deeply emotional, and, of course, purely Taekook. We didn't just watch a concert. We witnessed a brand new, golden chapter in pop culture history. How did you feel when you saw the president's reaction? Do you feel proud? Or do you feel that this is the validation they have always deserved? Thank you so much for watching this deep dive today. If you enjoyed this breakdown, please don't forget to smash that like button, comment your theories below. What do you think the president said to his aide? And make sure to subscribe to the channel so you never miss another Taekook update. We'll see you in the next one, and keep being a part of their incredible, never-ending journey. Purple you all. Disclaimer. This video is for entertainment and fan speculation purposes only. The reaction and interactions mentioned are based on fan observations and video analysis from the event. Please note that some visual content may be edited or based on public footage. We do not claim to have official confirmation regarding private conversations or specific intentions of the individuals featured. All music and footage rights belong to their respective owners.